Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I have grown into the person that I am today. And I'm back! And this is my first not pre-filmed video in over a week, and it feels so weird to be back in this chair filming videos again, but I am. So anyway, that just reminded me, I need to water my plants when I get done. I have all of my plants. My neighbor kept my mums alive for me outside. She watered my mums and kept to look over my front porch and stuff, but I watered my plants right before I left, and they seem to be doing okay. So I'll have to water them as this plant right here, which I need to put into a new potter. I have literally had this plant, you guys. It was like this started as this little plant, and I have had that now for like 3 or 4 years. It's been in my videos for a long time. So anyway, I brought all the books today, the 5 books, and I'm just gonna randomly see. Oh, the first one I picked was the Melody Beatty one, so let's go to that. You guys, can you believe it's the week of Halloween? I love this week so much. It's like my favorite week. October 26th. Hold on, I need a sip of water. Let the world help you open up. The universe is gentle, loving, benevolent, full of gifts, full of life, full of love. Don't worry if you feel scared or if you feel yourself closing down to life's magic. That feeling won't last long. It won't last forever. Take a walk. Touch a tree, hug it until your fear subsides. Feel the earth under your feet. Watch a sunrise. Ask the universe and God to help you open up. Say it aloud. Then watch what happens. Go where your heart leads, where your inner voice directs you to go. You will find yourself in circumstances that bring you back to your heart. The universe will help you open up. It will do all it can, lovingly, gently, and with care. It will teach you all you need to know, help you learn all you came here to learn. It will guide you and lead you, open doors and shut windows, until you reach your destination, an open heart and a soul aligned with love. I really like this meditation. You know, one of the things that has been really a good practice for me, but a difficult, I would say, practice in my life, that has become probably one of the greatest tools in my toolbox. You know, I talk about this toolbox that I have, basically just like this toolbox full of life tools to use, you know, in circumstances. It's just floating with the river of life. And I know that that sounds completely corny, and it was actually from a Melody Beatty visual imagery that I got it from, and I think I talked about it on here not too long ago. I used to have these tapes back in the day. I have no idea where they're at. I'm sure I have bags of like my old cassette tapes in the basement. It's probably mixed in there somewhere. But I have these tapes. I used to like buy like the weirdest stuff. Like I can remember, I do know where these CDs are. I have these CDs that are like visual imageries, and they're supposed to like, what do you call it? Do like past life regressions, like what you're listening to them. It's supposed to like take you to like a past life or whatever. If you guys, I like used to get all these things and try all these old like new agey meditation kind of things. But anyway, I got those at the store here and called New Age People. And I really, you guys, I did like this one time doing the meditation. I had like this really weird like flash. I can talk about it sometime if you want. It was just like an image in my head. I was like, is this real? Is this not real? It was so weird. But anyway, so you can get all those visual imagery things online. They're called guided imagery. Are usually what they're called if you Google them, and you can find tapes and DVDs, and they have apps now left and right, you know, that have them and stuff like that. But there was one of them by Melody Beatty where it was like you're floating down the river, and you can, like, as you feel the other side, you can feel like the rocks go by and the grass on either side, and it's a small river, and it gets larger in areas and smaller in areas. And basically the river was just like this analogy for life, and that it's just easier to float with life instead of going against what is it, what's the word I'm looking for? Going against the grind or the grit, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Why can't I think of what the word is I'm looking for? But, you know, like, that was typically what I did. Like, I was always fighting upriver, you know, most of my life is how I felt. And I would say things like, well, people don't understand me. Like, I would always, like, make excuses and say, like, well, people don't understand me. Or, like, you know, I'm like a box trying to fit into a circle, or a circle trying to fit into a box, or, you know, whatever the saying is. It's like, it was always, like, how the world perceived me, instead of me just like floating through life. Like, it was completely fine for me to, I'm like in my head going against the groove. What's the say? Why can't I think of what the saying is? But anyway, you know, like it's completely fine to like live to the dance of your own soul inside and to the beat of your own drum, you know, and be who you are, like, and be too much. Like I always say that, right? You can be too much and still float with the river of life. That doesn't mean, you know, like being like everybody else or being a conformist. Not at all. What it means, because your life journey, you have to remember, is so different than everybody else's life journey. And maybe your life journey, maybe floating down that river of life, is wearing really weird clothes or dyeing your hair some color that other people, when they look at you, think is strange. Maybe that is floating down your river of life. You know what I mean? And not going against something that is unnatural to you, but going with what is natural to you. Today, like, I've gotten a lot better at that. You know, it's like, if a friend calls and they're like, you want to go get a fountain pop? I'm like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like, unless I have something else to do, I just don't think much about it. Whereas before, I'd be like, well, and this and that, you know, I'd be like in my head and like making 50 excuses for why I shouldn't do it, you know, or, you know, I used to lay the outfit out and not want to wear it the night before when I would go to school the next day. I'd like work all night long on this outfit, and then the next day, y'all do that back in the day? Oh my God, the coolest outfit in the entire world. And then the next day, you'd be like, everybody's going to laugh at me. They're all going to laugh at you. And I'd be like, no, I'm not wearing that outfit to school, you know? And my mom, who I think she got it because I think she was very much like me when she was in high school. My aunt was not. Like, my aunt was very much like, I mean, and we're talking the 50s too. You know, my mom was a rebellion, she was a rebel. I mean, my mom in high school, she wore taps on the bottom. She had like, she wore black and white Oxford shoes with her jeans rolled up, like real tight. And my mom had taps on the bottoms of her shoes, so when she walked through the hallway, you could hear her like walking through the hallway with taps, like from tap shoes. And then my mom had like really, really short bangs because one year she bleached blonde her hair her entire life. My mom's hair was always bleached blonde. And she bleached her hair and she had it up in a towel. And when she took the towel off, it broke the bangs off. She used to call them car crash bangs. That's what they used to call them back in the day. But my mom liked them. And so they were so short that she had real short bangs, real short hair all through high school. My mom was like, you know, what's the, why can't I think of her name from the Pink Ladies in Greece? I mean, that was my mom. And she was like in charge of this. She was, I can't believe I'm telling this story. My mom would like, she would tell the story if she was here, but she was president of, this is so funny because then later my cousin, she was president of a sorority at her high school. Did you guys have fraternities and sororities at your high school? I mean, in college, right? But not in high school. My cousin was the president of her sorority in high school. And there's like kind of a funny story about that. My mom's was called, what was my, oh shoot, I want to say like Kitty Cat, but that's not what it was. Oh shoot, what was my mom's sorority called? Why can't I think? Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie is what it was called. And so my mom would walk down the hallway and like all the other girls had to like, they had to go through this rigorous like rushing thing where basically they had to eat horrible, horrible food. My mom said she had to eat like chocolate covered like ants and things like that. And they put all their cars in a circle and like all the girls had paper or cardboard boxes. This is not the video I thought I was making today. Cardboard boxes with like linen paper towel or linen napkins over it, and then they were supposed to eat out there on like this silver on these boxes, and they ate like horrible stuff that like back in the day, you know, like that you could like get at the grocery store, like pickled pig's feet and things like that. Anyway, my aunt apparently showed up there and was like, don't do this, don't do this. And my mom was like, you go home right now, you're not ruining this for me. And my mom got home that night, and because she passed, she made it, she got a dozen long stem red roses were on her pillow waiting for her. That was like one of her proudest moments of her entire life. I always paint my mom to be this wise person, but no. And then when she was president of Cutie Pie, she would walk down the hallways and like, if she snapped her fingers like that, you had to have a bag of candy that you kept with you at all times. And so she always would get her candy. My mom loved candy. Okay. I can't believe I'm telling that story. Why did I even start telling that story? Oh, because my mom was like me in high school. And so, you know, like my mom would like criticize me sometimes. Like she would say to me, like, are you really going to color your hair that color? Or, like the only time she really ever, it's so weird because of all the different things I tried in high school and everything of who I was in high school. The only time my mom really, really had a hard time with it was one time I colored my hair like black. And it was like black. And my mom, like I was walking out to go to school and she goes, you're not going to school like that, are you? I can hear her saying it in my head. Did anybody ever say something to you, and it's like, maybe like they don't typically say cruel things, but that one thing like sticks in her head? Although if my cousin were here, my cousin would say our mothers were highly critical people, and they were. And I think they were highly critical because they were afraid of the world being like mean to us. But I remember my mom saying that. I said, what do you mean? And she goes, I mean, your hair is really dark. People are going to laugh at you. And people did laugh at me, and I didn't really care. And this was like, you know, in 1987, 88, back in the day. But like, I mean, I did all that kind of stuff. But like, I can remember my mom would get kind of sad. Like, I would put up these outfits, and then I would never wear them the next day. And I would get up and just throw something else on, you know, like, and she would say, you're not going to wear that outfit? Honey, you spent all that time. Now, I will tell you how I got around it was I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was in high school. I actually thought that that's what I was going to go to school for, and I applied to several schools and got into several fine arts programs and actually fashion programs in New York City, and some other programs as well, some really highly reputable programs, and I didn't go. I was terrified. Fear allowed me from, you know, going after my dreams in life. And so, but I would make outfits for my friends when I was like a junior and senior in high school, and then I would like stay up all night long like sewing and stuff like that, watching movies in our TV room, and then I would take it over and I would put it in their mailbox, and then they would take it inside and they would put it on and wear it to school the next day. I mean, I made like dresses and jackets and coats and jeans and all kinds of stuff. It was really cool, fun stuff. So anyway, you know, I think like in life you have to go with where the river takes you. Be true to yourself, right? But like, stop being so resistant to the world around you. What are you being resistant against, you know? God, why can't I think of what the word is I'm looking for? Please somebody say it in the comment section, you know? Please, because I need to know. Going against the... I'm going to Google it as soon as I get off here, but my phone is over there. Going against the grind? Going against the groove? What is the word? Anyway, but you know, life is so much easier when you just kind of float. If you imagine yourself every day that you're getting up, just kind of like floating with the river, you know, and just kind of, I don't know, asking yourself, am I ready down to float with the river today of life, like, and just go with what life hands me? Because like some days life is going to hand you stuff, you know, like today I woke up and I looked over at my phone, and like I need reading glasses to see like a foot in front of me now. And I couldn't see what they said, but I could see that I had like a lot of text messages. And I just was like, I started praying right in bed. Like I didn't even make it downstairs today. I started praying right in bed, and I was like, God, please let today be a good day. And it's been a good day, you know. They were all friendly text messages, but you know, every day say to yourself, like, I guess I'm just gonna like float with whatever life hands me. And if life hands me something that I can't handle, then you know what? We can start our day over whenever we want. I can start my day over. You can start your day over whenever you want. So I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.